Hello. Yay. Okay. Welcome to the Geeky Ones. So we're a podcast that talks about anything geeky under the sun. And now we're talking about wrestling. I think this is our second consecutive wrestling episode. Last week we
Yeah,
talked about the New Japan Cup. Now this week we're gonna talk about Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor, which is
that's
like
right.
the biggest announcement for this past weekend wrestling. It was insane. It caught everyone by surprise,
Hmm, definitely.
and brings out a lot of questions. Like what would happen? Why buy this? I mean, I guess the why is pretty easy to explain. But yeah, why buy ROH, and what impact does it have in the entire wrestling industry, or for other wrestling promotions, or even for wrestlers that we know, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna give a little background on what has happened to Ring of Honor for the past few years too, and then we talk about why by ROH. What I mean, why? We
Why?
explain
Like,
it's.
why?
I mean, to be fair, it's quite. For me, the explanation is uh, pretty simple and easy. But yeah, what
Hmm.
happens to ROH talent? Because remember that ROH had a little issues, and technically they're not active at this point,
Yeah,
and
like I think they're all free agents, right, or something like
yeah,
that.
and
Yeah.
then by the end we're just gonna talk what does this mean for wrestling in general. So
Hmm.
let's go. So first we talk about the state of Ring of Honor during the past
Hmm.
few years. So I'm gonna mark this at like from 2017 to 2021, because
Okay.
this was like the what feels like a turning point, or like a different era.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like a change of guard. This
Yeah.
I remember 2016 was the year, like Christopher Daniels finally became ROH champion. He took it from Adam Cole. Adam
Hmm.
Cole is out of the Bullet Club, and I think he was on the way out of ROH.
Yeah,
And
he was murdered by the Young Bucks.
yeah, by 2017, it was like a pivotal point in ROH's history, because a lot of the wrestlers they built up, made champions of, left ROH.
Yeah, that's true. It's like
Like the
everyone,
undisputed
everyone.
era,
Uh,
yeah, the undisputed era had Adam Cole, three-time ROH champion, the only one who has won it twice. Um, we have Kyle O'Reilly, who won the belt. You know, we have Roderick Strong, who is a Ring of Honor OG, one of the OGs of Ring of Honor, and then we have Bobby Fish. Diba? You you lose that much talent, and then ROH just kept losing more. Cedric Alexander's ROH.
yeah,
Leo Rush, in a way, was ROH
yeah,
every
like a
now and
free,
then, but
like a he.
he was going around all indies.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
Diba? But ROH was like one of his first
Stops, I
exposures.
guess.
And then we have Punishment Martinez, who is now Damian Priest in WWE,
That's true.
who had a pretty awesome 2017 like rivalry with Jay White.
Yeah.
Happy
Oh,
Kiwi Jay
Jay.
White.
Oh, whatever happened to the Kiwi guy?
Yeah, I wonder what happened
Anyway.
to Jay White. But yeah, also like 2017 was also the time that the Elite, the Elite and Bullet Club
Yeah.
dominated ROH booking. Cody was world champion for most of the year of 2017. I hated that because it was dragging, and I kind of hate that. I think this is the year that made me not like the Young Bucks, because they were just too much. They were always there, and it was
Hmm.
kind of annoying.
Well, speaking of the Young Bucks lang, it was a weird time because I was thoroughly enjoying being the elite, but the Ring of Honor product itself was very confusing to say the least. Kasi ako personally, I never really heard of Ring of Honor until the CM Punk promo in 2011. Then I
Mm-hmm.
sort of started following after that. Then I learned about the Young Bucks, Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, all these people. Actually, mostly PWG nga eh. Pero like I kind of learned a lot about them through Ring of Honor then, and I realized na they were trying things that were very different. Like
Yeah,
Bernard
they
the
were.
Business Bear
Mhm.
versus Daryl Takahashi happened around this era of ROH.
Yeah, they
Towards
were
the end of the
collaborating
Elite's run.
heavily with New Japan.
Yeah,
ROH and New
there was too
Japan
much
had been.
reliance on New Japan. Like,
Yeah, the problem with ROH at this time is that
mm,
one, yeah, the Elite,
yeah.
Cody and the Bucks specifically, they were like dominating much of the spotlight. Two, the amount of young talent or new talent they had was kind of lacking because remember they lost a lot of what they built up because Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly were still pretty new in ROH.
Red Dragon.
A bit newer than ano. Yeah, Red Dragon is a bit sila ni Adam Cole. They're like same batch of Adam Cole.
Oh, damn.
And removing them kind of hurt kasi they're the world championship scene of ROH. And then
That's so sad.
you're left with no Jay Lethal who at this point is just like
Like,
honestly,
overused
Jay
na.
Lethal is everyone's is ROH's safest world champion option at that time, and you know now he's with AEW, and you know
Yeah.
he still hasn't faced whatever accusations he has so far.
Yeah. Hey,
Like kind
who's the
kind
guy in the peacock again? The peacock dressed up guy in ROH
Dalton
before?
Castle was like Dalton
Yeah.
Castle suddenly became like one of their main guys because of the amount of people leaving. In
Hmm.
fact, they actually made that as a part of Cody's promo. All your friends just left, and but yeah,
Uh,
there's like looking back, the new talent that they had or the talent that they had, there wasn't much. And don't get me started about Kenny King beating Kushida for the world television title.
oh my
And then
gosh.
also,
Kenny
yeah, this was
King.
a time when Marty Skrull was still a thing.
That's true. And then years
And
later
now
we
let's
would
just not
realize
talk about
na yeah,
now he's just
persona
gone.
non grata.
Get him out of
Yeah.
but yeah, and during the later years again 2018 to 2021 we get the Bully Ray booking era, which was kind of weird because okay, they gave it to Dalton
Yeah.
Castle was, he did what he could with the ROH world title as well as the guy who is the face of the brand.
Yeah.
But then I think it was it felt like it was mistimed.
Mhm.
It felt I'm not sure if it felt too early or too late
Hmm.
because it was the timing felt off, and then you don't really have too many opponents. Sure, you can give him to Jay Lethal, you can give him
Yeah.
to, and then all of a sudden, diba, Matt Taven suddenly becomes like a world champion and a world champion. Like
So weird.
I kind of hated that era because ROH didn't have that much star power. That was the problem.
yeah. Like Mike Bennett was already the miracle in Impact. So like
Yeah.
where did
Oh
Matt
yeah,
where does that leave Matt Taven?
let's also talk about no, apart from people leave ROH guys leaving and going to NXT, they're
Yeah.
going to Impact, and then eventually they went to most of them went to AEW. Christopher Daniels and Kazarian and Scorpio Sky, which were SoCal
Yes.
which
So
was so
uncensored, my god.
which kind of hurt ROH a lot kasi those were- Christopher Daniels is American indie wrestling, and he is like the soul of our one of the heart and soul of our heart
Yeah.
and souls of ROH along with Kazarian, diba?
Yeah.
Kind of hurt. The only people who didn't really leave are the Briscoes. Come to
Yeah.
think
The
of it,
Briscoes.
the Briscoes were the most loyal out of them, out of the entire roster.
Yeah.
And then next to that, Silas Young, Red Titus, even QT Marshall went
Oh,
was
Cutie
moved to
Marshall.
AEW, and I don't know why they call him Marshall in the commentary before, but yeah, and yeah, it was a weird era for ROH. Kaya in 2020 and 2021, you had Rush and Bandido and
Oh.
Dragon Lee carrying most of the single title load.
Yeah.
And then of course the pandemic affected them because they can't really hold shows. And ROH is, as much as they do weekly shows,
Hmm.
their focus is mostly on still the live events. Their
Yeah.
pay-per-views are still the big ones. Tsaka kasi their weekly shows are 1 hour, one
Oh
hour sprints,
no. Time,
1 hour
that's too
sprint
short for a
taping.
company that small. That,
Which some of there's some content that are really good, but
yeah.
it's mostly it's not that it's not as compelling as their big events. But yeah, and now by 2021, late 2021, we heard the announcement that they're gonna be kind of out, diba? Until
Yeah.
April.
They were
Until
releasing. Everyone became a free agent out of nowhere. Like all of
everyone
a
became a
sudden, it's
free
like,
agent.
yeah,
I think everyone's out of ROH save for the champions who are holding their belts. I
yeah,
think even though I think I'm not sure what their status is, but they're still ROH because they're holding the belts.
yeah.
That's
Like it's a weird situation because technically, the Jay Lethal's in AEW, but he's the
yeah,
ROH World Champion, and
yeah, but
then
and
and
then
then
also
Deonna Purrazzo is the double champion on Impact right now. She's the Reina's Triple A Reina's champion and the ROH Women's champion, but she's on Impact. Impact no longer has like a relationship with our with AEW, but now AEW owns ROH. Like, how are you gonna fix that, diba?
yeah, and then and then later they finally got the world title to Jonathan Gresham, so that was
True, true.
it's good. And to be fair, by the end of the year, ROH was kind of steering the ship right at the very
Yeah.
least. Because they gave it to most of the titles, they gave it to their originals. They gave it to
Mm,
ano. So the world championship is to Jonathan Gresham, who kind
mm.
of grew into his own in Ring of Honor, which was
Yeah.
great. Because he was the most exciting guy in Ring of Honor. He was the guy. He was like he's ROH.
Yeah. Like he was
Yeah.
kind of like in a way almost like Danielson 2.0 in a way, sort
Yeah,
of.
that's how they want him to be. He was like in
Yeah.
the mold of Danielson and Zack Saber Jr., technical
Yeah.
wrestler.
Mm-mm.
And then, world TV champion. Previously it was Dalton Castle, so that was fine. But Red
Mm.
Titus, they finally gave Red Titus a singles run.
Mm-hmm.
And then the ROH Pure champion, they gave it to Josh Woods, who is a product of their youth system. I
The
forgot what they're
dojo,
called.
yeah.
The young prospect. Yeah,
Yeah.
their young prospect system. Which
Mm.
is finally, diba? They're finally giving him something. To be fair, Josh Woods was kinda lacking in character before his run. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was needing something, and finally they gave him something really good. And
Yeah.
the ROH World Tag Team Champions, they gave it back to the Briscoes, who are gonna be in the Hall of Fame in the next few months.
Yeah.
I think
And then
maybe
they're
next
facing the
month.
Good Brothers in April.
Yeah, see? And then the six-man titles are with ROH guys with the Righteous, which includes Vincent, or formerly known as Vinny Marcellia from the Kingdom, from Matt
Mm.
Taven's Kingdom. And then Diona Perazzo might be on Impact right now,
Yeah.
but she started in ROH.
Yeah. But
So
it's a
that's
very weird mix right now because Vincent is back with is back with Matt Taven on Impact and Mike Bennett and Maria and PCO. Don't forget, like PCO and Jonah just had an insane match today.
Well, PCO is an undead zombie that became
Exactly.
ROH's world champion, which was for me was a weird but pretty nice decision because ROH didn't have much to lose when just try and create a new world champion. And they gave this man a career renaissance.
Oh, definitely. Like I remember it was weird kasi 'di ba? I feel like he could like even though he's in his 50s, I feel like PCO would have been a perfect guy in the G1 kung walang pandemic,
Yeah, but I'm
honestly.
happy that he was able to get this. He's still able to get this nice late career run because he got a world championship out of it.
Yeah.
And it was a great run. And yeah, what do you call what what are they called in Impact? The Ring of Honor
They're
people.
called Honor No More. So it's actually a
Honor no
really
more.
cool stable name.
Yeah, and actually, it's a really solid
It
stable.
is like I'm just
Well,
surprised Mike Bennett's not the miracle. Sayang.
it's fine. He'll
Yeah.
be there soon, maybe. But yeah, by 2021, despite that ROH is technically gone, they were able to at least fix up their brand, fix up the
Mm.
promotion before everything goes to new management. And lo and behold, this past week we just got new management in the form of Tony Khan,
Yeah.
who always feels like he snorts a line of sugar whenever he does freaking promos.
Yeah, it's weird. It's very like
I
I
get to
don't
say I
know.
get that I get that he's always energetic and hyped on
Mhm.
his promos, but yeah, but yeah, okay. He gets ROH.
Yeah.
He acquires the intellectual properties of ROH. He acquires the video library,
Hmm.
and basically, yeah, the owner of ROH in general. Now, question is why get ROH? Now, well, for one, I know WWE has been trying to get ROH as well.
Yeah.
Um, at least for their video library,
Mm.
WWE Network things. They
Yeah.
have bought numerous old wrestling promotions, and you can watch them like World Class Championship Wrestling, ECW, WCW is watchable there. Evolve, I think, is there.
Yeah, evolve. Yeah, evolve.
Evolve. I'm not sure if Progress was there or is it Evolve. I get confused with those two
I
promotions.
think some progress shows are on there because I remember Session Moth Martina mentioned on her Instagram na, oh yeah, I'm on WWE Network. And it turns out it was like her time in progress or like something.
Okay, so yeah,
Maybe
see,
a few shows, yeah.
yeah, so why get ROH? Because yeah, their extensive video library features like the best North American wrestling of the
That's true.
2000s.
Yeah.
They were American Noah.
Yeah, exactly. I
Or
mean,
you
they
could
even had
argue that,
Kobashi.
yeah, ROH is American Noah, Noah is Japanese ROH. They were almost like one and the same because they're a young upstart to
Mm.
mid 2000s promotion that were just
Yes.
so on fire. They had the best talent and their best talent went to other promotions.
AKA
Most of them.
WWE and New Japan.
New Japan, di ba? Well,
Oh,
although I think Noah survived way better than ROH in terms of like talent exoduses, because
oh,
they still have
definitely.
Marufuji and Go Shizaki like carrying the mantle there. But yeah,
Yeah.
why get ROH? Well, come on, it's a pillar of North American wrestling.
Yep.
In just a short time, in less than a decade, they were able to create one of the most influential wrestling wrestling style, wrestling promotions in the entire country, in the entire United States,
Yeah.
to the point that their talent, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, Brian Danielson,
CM Punk.
uh, CM Punk, di ba? Like,
It's
they
crazy.
went to Impact. They became the faces of Impacts. That's Joe and Styles and
Styles, yeah.
Daniels. And then CM Punk and Danielson went to WWE, became
Hmm.
their world champions and their most beloved wrestlers in
Yeah.
recent memory, di
Even
ba?
Tyler Black.
And then that didn't stop because they kept on creating talent. Tiger
Yeah.
Black, yeah.
Di
Freaking
ba?
Seth Rollins. People forget that Seth Rollins is an ROH world
He was
champion.
doing this all the time.
Yeah, and people forget that. I think some people will might also have forgotten now that even Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were killing
Yeah.
each other in Ring of Honor way before they were killing each other in WWE.
That's right. That's right.
So like the talent pool doesn't stop, and that's why getting ROH is important. You keep that history, you keep that line, you keep that heritage. And
Mm.
AEW getting that heritage, I think, just boosts their overall brand, expands their brand even more.
Definitely.
Because it's important. I'm not sure what we'll talk about what they might do to ROH, but if they're
Mhm.
gonna make it like a way to develop new talent, well, that's what ROH has been doing, naman eh.
Yeah.
And then it gives, I think, it all it I know I know AEW has like 3 shows.
Yeah. Oh
But I
my
think
god, four.
having yeah, 4 shows. But I think having ROH as like no, ROH as a big show, as a main show, just expands because it gives them another big event, promotion where they can do big events. And
Yeah,
ROH has like, has that before this honor final battle, War of the Worlds, which I hope would happen again because uh I think I think traveling Japanese wrestlers traveling back and forth is now a bit less of a
less of a
hassle here.
hassle, I think. Yeah, like, I
So
think
yeah.
Hikaru Shida. Like, yeah. Speaking of AEW, lang, sorry,
Mhm.
Hikaru Shida appeared on Rampage, but in 2 weeks she is going to face Hikari Noah on TJPW, and then the
So yeah.
next day she's going to Ice Ribbon to do another match.
Mhm.
So I'm guessing she's flying back right now.
Yeah, she
I have a
is.
feeling, yeah.
Okay. So apart from that, Forbidden Door things, yeah, this opens up ROH even more.
Yes,
So
definitely.
this makes, I know ROH was kind of reliant on New Japan, was very reliant on New Japan and CMLL.
Oh my gosh.
Bandido and Rouge and Hello. They made them their top two single stars there. But yeah, um this makes like promoting other shows, or like, the Forbidden Door just expand even more, and it's good. It's good for wrestling because collaboration is the much better approach than just
Isolation.
looking to wreck each other's competition. That's
Yeah.
why Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, I think even maybe Slight Noah.
Yeah,
They're having this like carousel of wrestlers just going in and out. Like, hi,
that's right.
I'll go here. We're on one week you can see Yuji Nagata on AEW, and one other week you can see you saw we saw Satoshi Kojima on Impact, diba? Like, I
Yeah,
like
I mean,
those.
like Jay White, like the Bullet Club is on
Jay
Impact
White
right now. It's
Jay
weird.
White is on Impact. Then Jay White is just recently appeared on AEW and had a match
Exactly.
against Trent Beretta, who was,
Yeah,
ROH and New Japan at some point. And
exactly. And
so
Chuck.
I like this. Why get ROH? It just expands it just expands AEW's influence. It just expands, and it keeps ROH alive. Just keeping ROH alive at the very least
Yes.
is
It's,
the minimum on this. But yeah, the next question is what happens to RH talent. Now, I think the champions are gonna have an easier answer here.
hmm.
They're gonna stay.
Yeah.
Like Jonathan Gresham as face of ROH. Yeah, I don't think you should change that. That's a no-brainer pick, and especially that he's still fresh into his title
Yeah.
reign.
That's right.
Um, Same with ditto with Red Titus, who finally got something going.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi Red Titus has been mostly a tag team guy,
Okay.
and now he finally gets a singles title with the TV championship.
Hmm.
Josh Woods, yeah, just keep building him up. Maybe he'll be a future world champion since he's a guy that they built. One of the few guys they were able to build successfully.
Hmm.
He
Post elite, no?
Yeah, post the exodus of many wrestlers, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the Briscoes. I don't think the Briscoes are ever gonna
Leave
leave
that.
ROH or
Yeah.
ever gonna be out of ROH, or not never gonna be associated with ROH. Like
Yeah.
they've won IWGP Tag Team Championships. I think they've won Impact. I can't remember.
I think they might have. I'm not sure.
Well, let's make sure. But yeah, the thing is they can win any tag team championship without having to move anywhere. It's
I
like the
think
only
the
time.
biggest for me,
Mhm.
the biggest question for me would be Diona Perazzo because she's a full-time Impact talent. How do you drop the belt if she's a full-time Impact talent?
Well,
Unless like you have somebody like take it back from her. Like, diba, the rumor was Roxy was supposedly going to WWE, but it looks like it's no longer happening. I don't know. Like, there's no confirmed news on that.
yeah.
What if
Well,
Roxy appears on Impact, or maybe let's say it's a Rebellion, because
I
April
think
is
she did
Rebellion.
appear on. Oh no, no, she was.
She appeared on Impact.
Ah, yeah, she was on Impact, and that's where she lost her belt. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
exactly.
think
Like what if?
I think
Mm,
going back go having it go back to Roxy is like the move because yeah, she's what she became a champion at 19.
yeah, it's crazy. Like imagine
And
what like.
I think just going for that approach and just building her up,
Mm,
I think that's the simple answer to that. And Diona Parazzo is no stranger to our ROH.
exactly.
She grew her craft there, and that's
Yeah,
why that's why NXT got her.
yeah, and like I
But
feel
yeah,
like
so,
yeah.
mhm.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And also since what happens to ROH talent, remember the former ROH guys that we talked about?
Yeah, Session Moth Martina.
AEW is filled with them.
Mm.
Impact is filled with them. Eddie Edwards being one of the most prominent there.
Yeah.
You can get honor no you can get honor no more back to Ring of Honor,
Mm.
and
Unless they're
you
signed
know
to Impact, I don't know. Who knows?
yeah, but yun you could also get Christopher Daniels. You can also get Soul Callan censored or
Oh
whatever.
my god. Well, yeah, like they can be like
Kasi
the trainers, diba?
yeah, and Adam Cole and
Bebe.
company basically can just go back to ROH and he can just keep tearing house there. Maybe fight Jonathan Gresham. That's gonna be a good match.
Oh
Because
man.
Adam Cole is one of their best champions ever.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, it's fun. What I wanna see
Yeah.
is who can be going back, or which new people
Oh,
they can. You remember Session Mott Martina losing her contract? I guess
she never
there's no
wrestled for ROH.
yeah, there's no reason for ROH or for the current ROH management right now to not give her a contract. At least give her a run, diba? Worth a shot.
Exactly. Like just give her like
So
a quick run. Like just let's see. Kasi she can do a serious match if she wanted to. And she already has the three faces of Foley. She has Session Goth, who is like the super emo one. There's the hardcore Martina, and then there's regular Session Moth. So there's like three versions of her already. Like they can utilize that in ROH.
yeah, so
And
it's
yun, something like
yeah.
that.
There's
Oh,
so
yeah.
many people there's so many wrestlers that they can just get,
Exactly.
and that's fun, and that's really fun
And like feeling
because
ko rin like just because we know that AEW is already overloaded,
mhm,
why not move a talent like Emi Sakura, who isn't really doing anything on AEW?
you can get the likes of Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss there.
Exactly.
You
Like
can
let
get
them
a
develop in
lot of wrestlers
ROH.
there, and that's what. Just move Dark and turn them into ROH for all. I mean,
Actually,
for
that's a good idea.
at least a good chunk of Dark, because Dark is like their testing ground for new people. Then like they're new
Yeah.
people. Like, hey, can you wrestle in Dark? And then they're not contracted, diba?
Yeah.
And that's where they find out. Hey, are you? I think this is good. I think I give them a few runs in Dark and good, diba?
Yeah.
You can also do that in the same state of ROH na hey, give them give these guys a run, give these guys a decent give them a lot of exposure. But yeah, this is good. I think having this question is it's a nice problem for them because now they're just looking who wants to be in ROH,
The Kings
who
of
wants
Wrestling.
to what
The Kings of Wrestling? I don't know.
oh yeah,
Claudio and
see,
Chris Hero back? I don't know.
maybe Cesaro finally getting a world title
Oh my gosh, he
somewhere, and
should.
it's only fitting that it could be in an ROH ring, which is fine.
Yes.
Cesaro
With
can.
sponsors.
God, that's gonna be a good match. I'm already
Yeah.
imagining it in my head. If it's Jonathan Gresham or whoever in ROH is still there,
Versus Claudio Castagnoli, my gosh.
just
It'd
as
be
long as
insane.
it's not Matt Taven or Kenny King. I'm sorry, I just
Well,
know
okay,
Kenny King
that's the thing. Like with Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, feeling ko, since my relationship na, may relationship na rin kasi yung sina Mike Bennett and Maria before pa with Impact. I have a feeling they might stay. Kasi
Yeah, I
feeling
think they'll stay, but
yeah,
also a
on
good chance
Impact.
that they go in and out of ROH too, because
Yeah, like as freelancers na lang. Yeah.
that was their home, and that the reason why Mike Bennett is, Kingdom Mike Bennett at that time was, was built
Yeah.
upon.
Kingdom. Oh.
People forget that Matt Hardy also helped build the
Oh yeah,
Kingdom.
he was
So
part of the Kingdom. Wasn't Adam Cole part of the Kingdom as well?
yes, he was.
Grabe.
So
So many connections.
it's an underrated stable that
Yeah.
just got a really just got a really meh run past few
Yeah.
years. But yeah, the question of what happens to RH talent, I think a lot of them would sign up again. I
Mm.
know their contract statuses are not yet updated, but
Yeah.
I think the move for them to stay with ROH is nice because it builds them up. And oh yeah, since AEW and ROH are together, Danhausen now has a even bigger playground.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
I
But
know.
didn't he just leave ROH and then he went to AEW and now AEW bought ROH?
Yeah. So like it's like he never really left at all. So
Ah,
perfect.
he never
But yeah.
really left Hausen.
Oh yeah. Also, since we're in ROH, I think would also make sense that they just keep the entire ROH match structure, the code of honor, and the pure wrestling rules,
Yes,
because
that'd be great.
that's it's there's not there you it's not rocket science to maintain that thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a weird like Asian thing, but sort of Asian-ish of
it's like how Americans see Asian culture thing.
yeah.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, I think just having that code of honor, just I know it's the barest minimum that makes ROH different from other wrestling promotions,
Hmm.
but just keep that. That's tradition, that's culture for ROH. And but yeah, there's so many wrestlers that ROH talent there that they can get, and we'll just wait and see. I guess would be interesting if they pluck out people from other promotions, like maybe a New Japan Strong. Oh wait, you could get the LA Dojo Lions in ROH as well if ever they
Oh,
still have that
actually,
thing going.
yes.
There's so many people that they can get, or at least they can have like move around. Forbidden Door things are gonna be fun, but yeah, I hope we get to see roster announced. We get to see signing soon. Like this is gonna be cool if they do.
I wonder though, like how I wonder if they're gonna do like the typical AEW thing is like black is all elite. So parang ngayon it's black is Ring of Honor. Parang ganun.
Blank is honorable or something.
Yun
Just
nga
make
eh,
it
yun yung iniisip ko eh,
just
black is
make it meme
honorable.
worthy. But yeah, I
Hardly
think
is honorable.
ROH would be cool with that. That's
Yeah.
fun. But yeah, once again, it's a good problem for them to have. Na hey, who can we sign? That's a good question because that means you can sign some of the most talented people in America, talented wrestlers in America, and even maybe even they can get some from outside, from even CMLL, AAA, or Japan. Maybe they can try.
Yeah.
Okay, now the last question is, what does this mean for wrestling? Now, I think the most important thing, yeah, you save ROH, you save a wrestling pillar. ROH, despite that it's been an up and down state for the past few years, it's the reason why 2000s wrestling is good.
Exactly.
Why ruthless aggression happened. I mean, why the PG era was still solid with CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, diba? And
Yeah.
why Impact was able to contend with the rest of with the rest of WWE and ROH, because AJ Styles and Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels and Kazarian were just like, yeah, let's go. They were so good in TNA and Impact, diba? So ROH is like the talent pool for North America before, for North American wrestling. So that's you preserve that, and I hope this gives ROH finally like a proper TV schedule.
Yes, please. My
Sinclair
gosh.
barely gave that much effort for it, so like
Yeah, the
that was
Sinclair ROH was so bad. That's let me just say, like,
it's like he had a lot of money but didn't really care. He just owned it and like, yeah, let's go. Okay,
it's just there. Yeah, like
it's just
whatever.
there.
Yeah.
Um, and you saw the problems flow during the pandemic, where
Mm.
that's why they couldn't maintain a profitable promotion, because they really didn't care before pandemic that much. It wasn't that much. I mean, they had great talent, but they had a few controversies, diba?
Hmm.
Like, I know Joey Mercury is not the most, but yeah,
Uh,
when he opened up that Pandora's box, that was wild. That
it was.
blasted, that blasted ROH, and I think the Hikuleo situation as well.
Sorry.
Hikuleo,
What about Hikuleo?
di ba, like, the reason why Hikuleo was not in ROH is because they said something about him.
I can't remember, but I can't remember what it was exactly. Pero I just remember that that was around the time that they weren't will. New Japan was not willing to send Hikuleo to ROH, or
Yeah,
like because
yeah,
somebody
that's
dissed
why.
Haku or something for real.
Yeah, because of something they said, I forgot. But yeah,
Yeah,
I think. But yeah, I hope we'll be seeing less of that and just more good wrestling. ROH is best, but it's just all about their wrestling and their
exactly,
young talent. Like, just give us matches upon matches upon matches, because that's what ROH offers.
exactly.
Every now and then they create a really, really compelling story, like Age of the Fall,
Mm-hmm.
which was
What age of
like,
the fall? Sorry.
Age of the Fall, Jimmy Jacobs and Tiger Black, and then
Oh,
CM Punk's Summer of Punk, which was actually funny because he actually left and went to WWE. Yeah. But that was a great farewell, though. But yeah, I want to see those. I think I just wish we see ROH again.
yeah,
ROH, like, back on its shoes, that it's a pure wrestling brand. Just that, and I think ROH being bought is really great at this. Just, and then I hope they become mainstream, because I think that's one thing that RH was had a struggle with, because they're
yeah.
always like that niche brand.
Mm-mm.
There was like the underground, the super indie, as they said, diba?
Mm.
It's like the reason they're called super indie is because they don't have a proper setup like Impact,
Yeah,
WWE, and AEW. Na they have a weekly setup that's good, diba?
yeah. Like it's weird because like the saddest thing is, diba, for the longest time the lineup was WWE number one, Impact number two, and then ROH number three.
Hmm.
The Bucks and Cody leave ROH, form AEW, and they immediately become number two. And then everyone was saying, okay, this means ROH is going to move down to three.
No, they
Personally, I
went
think
four.
Impact has become three, and
At
now
this point,
ROH is four.
they became like fifth or sixth, because MLW and GCW
Oh
were doing
yeah,
way
GCW.
better stuff at promoting they're doing way better in terms of like developing their talent and elevating their
Exactly.
presence in on even online, especially during the pandemic.
Exactly.
Ring of Honor was like, "Hi, we're just here."
Yeah, they're not doing it. They weren't doing anything anymore. It's sad.
Honestly, if they gave the belt to Gresham early, they could have had at least a fighting chance there.
Yeah,
But yeah, but now that it's at least with Gresham now, at least they can build it up. So let's go.
they can go back from there. They can rebuild from scratch now.
Yeah. So
Like universe mode restarting.
yeah, I think this is fun. This is a fun purchase. Yeah, purchase of the year, as Abel said
Yes.
on our comments. So shout out to Abel. But yeah,
Shout out to you. Hey.
there's no doubt that this is gonna be purchase of the year, unless WWE pulls something off, which
God,
is
what?
gonna be weird. But
Like
yeah,
WWE buys MLW or something.
yeah. Well, I think this is still bigger. MLW is like a younger. I mean, MLW was around the same time was
Yeah.
Gotcha. But Ring of Honor was like a bigger and more influential wrestling promotion.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, this is the biggest wrestling purchase of the year, and we're just excited to see what happens with this. I just
So
hope
many
they do well with
possibilities.
ROH. I don't care if they make it their fifth show. It doesn't matter because that means ROH getting TV time finally, proper TV time
Yeah.
on maybe hopefully hopefully at least a major network.
I wonder though, like where? Like what network though? Kasi 'di ba,
Sci-fi.
Rampage is on TNT, Dynamite's on TBS. That's all the Warner channels. Cartoon Network, I don't know, some random CW, I don't know, some Warner network, I don't know.
I think yeah, that's gonna be a good question to have. But yeah,
Hmm.
if ever they're gonna do like this is also gonna be on maybe TBS or TNT having two shows there.
Yeah, kasi like inisip ko,
Either way.
TNT is going to expand its NHL schedule soon, and like, it already has the NBA and NHL. I'm wondering, where do you put an ROH? Like, do you
To
put it on
be
Saturday
fair,
nights?
them getting ROH gives them like a very sport like wrestling promotion.
Yeah, or
So
HBO Max? I don't know. Do you put it
yeah,
on
that's a
streaming?
it's a good no. It's a I think it's a good question to ponder on because there's so many possibilities they can do with ROH.
Yeah.
Because ROH is a big name in wrestling and they can make it even bigger just by giving it a network to be
Mm.
on. You know, just give it a proper run and a couple of wrestling events and you're good to go.
Mm.
So yeah, I guess that's it. That's ROH. That's Tony Khan buying ROH after like after like a while in limbo after the entire Ring of
How many
Honor was.
months? How many months was it in limbo? Like
Well, to be fair, it was only out for like a month or a month and a half
a month and
because
a half.
they
Yeah, because it's
they ended
December,
in
diba?
December.
Yeah.
So at least it didn't take them too long to find new ownership. Remember
Yeah.
the time we thought it was Triple H. Try people
Yes.
really wish that Triple H would just leave WWE and buy his own
Buy
promotion.
ROH. Like sell all your WWE stock. Use the cash dividend to buy ROH. I don't know. It's
Yeah, to be
crazy.
fair, he could have at least got a shot there. But yeah,
Yeah. It's
it's really
crazy.
cool, and yeah, this is an exciting time for wrestling, and yeah, this is fun. I'm just happy that ROH is hopefully would be in better hands at this point,
That's true.
and because we need Ring of Honor, much of American wrestling still needs Ring of Honor, and
That
this
is true.
keep that heritage alive. So yeah, but that's our episode. And for the audio version of this episode, which usually comes out just a few days after
Yep. That's right.
we record, so it's like a Tuesday, Wednesday, usually a Wednesday.
Hmm.
We You can listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Player.fm, and other podcast platforms for free. You can download it too. So like yeah, you can listen to us on during a workday or commute. It's fun. Okay. So for our socials, you can check us out, follow us, or add us at the Geeky Ones. That's TheGeekyJuans. You
That's
can add
right.
us on, add or follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. And yeah, we post our episode announcements there. We do live tweeting and stuff. And for our website, you can find us on the geekyjuans.com where we just post topics related to episodes. We post a lot of gaming and wrestling there, comics as well, reviews, movie and game reviews every now and then. So yeah, you can
Hmm.
check us out there. And after that, now we can you can also find us either of us on our respective social media accounts. You can check out Steven on his Stevie Said Yep stuff. So
All
Steven.
right. So at Stevie Said Yup is STEVIESAIDYUP on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. It's mostly just me ranting about hockey or uploading a bunch of video game clips. So that's pretty much what you're gonna expect.
Okay. So for my end, you can follow Dude's Jude on Facebook, and recently I've been streaming some Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel, so I'll keep doing that. I'm just going through the rank grind, experimenting different tech builds. So I'm just chilling, taking my time with the game. So that's fun. So yeah, I'll be streaming Master Duel for like much of the time now because I just want a one consistent game that I can try out, and you can check that out on Facebook. And I guess do this through on Facebook. You can check me out on Twitter with that same. You can find me using that same name. So yeah, that's it for the geeky ones. And once again, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening and or watching, depending on where you're finding this episode.
That's right.
Um, we'll see you next episode, and yeah, and goodbye, and yeah, once again, thank you so much. So yeah, bye.
Bye.